Now, one more time, when I asked Michelle her age, she didn't say 16 or 15. She said 37, right? So you're telling me she bold-faced lied out her ass, right? And see, the problem is, even with Christina Ricci, she can tell me she's 16 or 37, and I don't believe her. See, that's the problem, right? Some people look young for their age, even when they're older, right? Do you understand, right? That's why you ask their age so you don't sleep with an underage girl. Like it or not, that's the facts of life, right? If I didn't ask her age, you can say I didn't give a damn, right? But I did, I know. You're not listening either. You're not hearing the truth. You can't handle the truth. I asked her age, right? And you can't hear that on a camera, right? If it's doing video only, right? So you don't have the right to record that conversation between me and Michelle anyway. I know. That's illegal too. That's a private conversation, right? But she didn't tell me she was 16 either. I know. She said 37, right? That's close to 50. That's not even 13 years younger. I know it ain't. Stubborn asshole. See. Why did she say such a close gap, though, right? It's closer than 16. I know it is. I wouldn't even thought to sleep with her. She said 16. I wasn't doing it with Michelle Megan or Caitlin. I wasn't even trying to sleep with them. I was staying away from them too, right? Just treat them as, again, a customer would treat a 60-year-old girl. Wouldn't even show them an interest as far as just being polite and my usual nice self. I'm always nice to everybody, even the men probably think I'm gay because I'm so nice. See, nicety don't mean I'm gonna sleep with you, the asshole. Either! It don't mean I love you because I love you as a Christian first. I love you platonically, not sexually. I send out love, not sex. If you're thinking sexual, you're the one gay or struggling with your sexual identity. Right? You don't know the difference between loving your brother and sex with your brother. Two different things. And I don't think of being sexually at all. For the millionth time, right? Only women. And why? Because I didn't let that thought enter my head, right? Like Paul said, right? You gotta let that thought enter your head to become gay, right? Or you deny that thought, you're straight, right? As simple as that, right? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now, I don't tell gay people if you tell me you're gay, you're not gay, because you're gay. Won't work. And if you're trans, you're trans. If you're bi, you're bi, right? But that means you like both. But again, I don't judge that. You do. So you want people to be gay, straight, or bi, or whatever, right? But that's all in the same class, I know. You're deviating from normal sexual practices, yes, you are. You're deviating from male and female, right? Why? Because you're thinking angelically, right? They are both genders, right, by the way, right? That makes three genders, not two. It's also a gene that makes you a true hermaphrodite or not just X or Y anymore, right? It's a full fucking gene that can only be introduced sexually, right? Not asexually, right? Meaning the angel had sex with the female that had X, and he had X or XY, I don't know. Or both XX and XY. Right. That's the gene pool, right? That's introduced into the gene pool sexually through sex with a female. Mm-hmm. Now, the female is still XX. But if you have sex with the female, the angel has XY or XX, right? Sperm. See, the sperm of the angel could be XY or XX too, yes, again. Do you understand? The sperm of the angel, right, is XX or XY, right? For the male or female, because he's a true hermaphrodite. Because he's a true hermaphrodite. That's why it's confusing to you, too, right? See, unlike in Christopher Walken's version of the Gabriel, I know, or the movie version of the prophecy, right? They're true hermaphrodites. I mean, they have female breasts and male and female genitalia, right? But also DNA-wise, they're XX on and XY on the male side, and then the egg is XX or XO or something like that, right? The G can be even XO, right? Why? The angel's forming its body as an adult. An adult, right? Like Adam. From Adam came Eve. She was inside him to be taken out of him, right? You're missing that part, I know. You're missing that knowledge of the truth, right? You can't take something out of something unless it's in something. Fully. Not 50-50, not just 50-50, right? Meaning half X, half Y, right? The full XY in the angel is made male. The full XX in the angel is made into a female body apart from his body. And then they become two, not one anymore. From one came two, right? Yin and yang became yin or yin and yang is two, right? Fully separated, right? If you understand it in a Chinese sense, right? Or an Asian sense, right? Okay? Now, you should understand this by now, what I'm saying, but if you don't want to, you can pretend not to all you want, or you won't. But it should make sense, right? You're being formed as an adult, not a child, right? Even the chicken might be hermaphroditic, the first chicken, right? And then made male and female by God, right? Taking the rooster part from the hen part, right? And making it into two birds, right? Male and female, right? It's a progenitor of the species. It's the first chicken, right? And it's the first image of Jesus, right? Who's the firstborn of every creature, right? Not Satan, who's the second-born son of Jesus, right? See, if I make you after something, he's the progenitor and you're the second-born, right? Even if I make you as an adult, too, right? Do you understand, right? Angels might be even made as an adult angel, right? Versus, right, Adam or Eve, who were made from each other, right, to reproduce, right? Now, they were one bone and flesh, right? Now, when they became two, he said become one flesh. What does that mean, sex? Right. How do you know he didn't say become one bone and flesh again? Right. Which means fully rejoining, right? Back into one body, right? Into one body. That's no longer necessary, right? Yeah. You were divided by flesh and bone, right? Into two, right? From one, right? A hermaphrodite means, right? That have both XX and XY in the body, right? So the XX stayed with the body originally, right? The X was taken out and put in her own body, in other words, right? And the Bible don't say you can't understand this, crazy Jews, Christians, and Muslims, right? It says you don't want to. You're assuming the knowledge, right? And you're all being crazy about it. Yes. It's the truth, though, baby. It don't lie. It don't mix words. It don't try to trick you into doing something wrong with Satan, right? And why do you die if you had sex with Satan, right? Your genes are then tied to his genes. If he kills himself, you die with him, right? DNA kills DNA. Or DNA raises DNA from the dead, right? Even though Jesus didn't have sex with you, right? He don't have to because he's before Satan, right? Not after Satan, right? It's through him Satan exists, not the other way around, right? So whether Satan formed his own body independently or not, right, Jesus is still before him and can save us by his own death on the cross and resurrection as well, right? But you got to believe in that over what Satan did, right? It's always the key, right? To any resurrection from the dead, right? And repentance ain't all complicated, asshole. If I make a mistake with a 15-year-old girl, she lied about her age, that's how they get the shit, right? She said she was 37, right? And I wouldn't admit it with her, so she was 15 or 16. Now, what I'm saying, though, is I was told as a child that 16 was the age of consent, right? When I was a teenager myself, right? Now, maybe they lied. That's why I looked up on the internet. The internet said the same thing. And yes, a 50-year-old man, if it says it's legal, can sleep with a 60-year-old girl. Period. If the law says I can do it in the state of Georgia, you can do it in the state of Georgia. But only in the state where it's allowed, right? I don't go to California and try to sleep with a 60-year-old. I know better. Right. That's the point to the law. And if it's different state by state, that law applies for that state. If you come to my state, Miley Cyrus, and you're 16, you can sleep with me, but or Liam. Now, I'm thinking you want to sleep with Liam, by the way, not me. Right. So I'm making up the rest. Did I say that too? Right. I don't know Miley Cyrus had a problem with Liam and came sleep with me and then Liam, right. I wouldn't say she would do that either because I don't know her that way, right? But hypothetically, she could have, right? Now, did she? Only she would know, or they would know. I don't know because one of them knocked me out, right? You know what I mean, right? Could have been him or her, or him and her. I don't know, right? There you go. I don't even know why she's fucking here, right? In my opinion. Or Jennifer Lopez or Ben Affleck. What does Georgia have to do with you? You're from Puerto Rico. And he's from Boston. So, yeah, I'm wondering what the fuck's going on. But I'm staying home alone, right? I'm home alone, right? I'm not trying to pick up nobody that has her age, right? As part of my curriculum, right? When I meet you, right? Now, like I said, I hope I'm making some of this up. Period. I hope no 16-year-old in my neighborhood is coming down to my house and trying to have sex with me. Because I'm telling you why I don't know that's wrong, right? Too. If you did. I don't know. Now, when I look up the age of consent, though, and it says 16 is 16 for my state, you can't do nothing about it, right? Until they change that law and says the age of consent is 17 or 18, you can't do nothing about it if she wants to sleep with me at 16, right? It's consensual sex, then, right? It don't matter if you agree with it or not, right? Even if it's different in your state and it says 18, right? You're in my state now, go home. If you want that law to apply to your state, it does. But not mine. That's where you're going crazy over it, right? In Georgia, it does say 16, right? All you can do is ask what the age of consent is state by state. And it says 16 when you do that, right? If it does that, the age of consent is 16, not 18, right? So when you come here, guess who I can sleep with? Anyone 16 and older. 16 and older, right? I can sleep with. Legally. That's what it means. Now, do I go around trying to sleep with 16-year-olds? No, I don't know you're 16 or not. I have to ask your age, right? But if you tell me you're 16, I might be more comfortable waiting until you're 17 or 18, right? And just be your boyfriend then, right? You understand? That makes me have to do something different with you. But if you like me, right? That's not grooming her till she's 18 either, right? That means I can't legally sleep with her till she's 18 in my mind, right? If I'm willing to wait for her, right? You see what I mean? That's honorable too. I know it's honorable too. You understand what I mean? If I'm willing to wait till she's old enough, right, to, that's not my problem. That's your problem. You don't even want me to wait for her till she's 18, right? I'm willing to that, right? So you're not listening. You're not listening to that part. It's honorable if you meet someone underage to wait till they're of age too, right? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. You're trying to make everything a bad thing about being with an underage girl. Well, if you meet someone that they like you and they're underage, you can wait till they're of age, right? That's what I was doing with the other women I met who were saying they were 14 or 15 as well. And trying to encourage them, well, we just met, we can get to know each other, we can become friends first, and then have sex, right? Is that wrong? No. It's not wrong. In fact, it's what you're supposed to do in all relationships. Sex is not a goal for a 50-year-old man. He wants a relationship more than sex. You are so sexually deviant yourself, you're only thinking sexually about it, right? I'm not only thinking sexually about her, right? You are still only thinking sexually about her. You only think about sex itself, right? That's why you're more open probably to sex with a man than I am, right? Uh-huh. And you sound more open to it, right? When you attack me for being gay, you're the one acting gay, right? About it, right? Waiting for marriage, waiting for sex, right? It's not gay. Yeah, no, it's not gay. You're waiting for the right person because you don't know who it is, right? And there are 8 million people on the planet by now, right? That means half the population is female and half male. How am I supposed to pick out the one between 4 billion females, right? And they all look good, right? It's a needle in the haystack. It's a needle in the haystack. That's the point, too. But I'm trying to wait for my needle in the haystack, right? But I don't know who she is, right? If you come here and you seduce me, you can seduce me, right? But you're seducing me, not me, you, right? You don't plan on staying either, and I don't know, and I don't know. And I gotta let you go, too, if you do that, right? I can't make you stay, right? Though, like Sam Smith, I was wanting the female to stay with me, I can't make you stay, right? Like Mary Bell or Daphne or whoever, she does. And they were the free problem girls, right? The most. Sheena had a problem with her dad. Daphne just wanted her daughter from her mother and had to get married to do that, right? But I didn't have to get married to get married. I wanted to get married, right? You understand, right? A different attitude towards the marriage, right? Too. Though I also could tell when she left me straight into Tennessee, she didn't really want you, right? She just wanted Amanda, right? And you get the hell out of Dodge. Sometimes you gotta know that too, right? Just get the fuck out of Dodge, really. When they coming up and it's only you and a few people, just get the fuck out of Dodge, right? You're outnumbered, you're outgunned, and you need more resources, right? Too, right? See, if you got more people, you need more ammunition to shoot with, right? It's like Jesus said about going against 20,000 with only 10,000. You might win because it's 2-1, but still, they have an advantage. 2-1. Now, with, like, the Battle of Jericho, right? That wasn't won through war. That was won supernaturally by them marching around and doing all that crap around it. Maybe there was loose sediment. You understand why the walls collapsed, right? That they didn't know about. That doing all that, God knew if they did all that, it would collapse the wall and they could walk on it. But they didn't know themselves either. I know they didn't know themselves either. Walking by faith don't mean you understand what the fuck you're doing sometimes, right? But you do it anyway because you're told to do it by the Spirit, and you know you're trusting in the Spirit, not the flesh, right? Sometimes I trust in it, and it's not like she told me she was 16 either, right? She said 37. That's only 13 years younger than me, right? You can't hear the conversation if you're just watching it through a camera either, right? That's between me and her, right? But the whole people in the store could hear it, right? If she said 37 or not, right? Yes, they could. But not on the camera, not on the camera. That's just audio, video only, right? For example, right? So you can't tell me what she said. You can't hear what she said. You're trying to entrap me too. She said 37, and you knew she was 15. You let us sleep together, right? See, then you're breaking the rule to entrap me, right? Because she didn't say a 16 either, right? Or 17, or anything under 18, right? See, 18 in most states is illegal to get you consent, right? And that's where you're getting confused. Read chapter 7 about marriage again, right? It talks about several things, including she's got to be old enough to consent to the sex, right? You got to be of age, right? To consent to marriage or sex, right? Now, what do you do if you have premarital sex with a woman you're trying to marry? You try to marry her according to Moses' law, right? You can have premarital sex with a woman. Even the woman at the well was living with a dude and probably had sex with him already. But by the time she met Jesus, they probably were no longer having sex too, right? So if he hit that night and the night after, right, he hooked up with her too, right? Do you judge the Lord for hooking up with the 7 women as well? Which, listen to the scripture. 7 women shall take hold of one man, the Lord Jesus Christ, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. This woman had been with 6 men prior to Jesus. He would be the 7th, by the way. And they had premarital sex. And he didn't think to marry her either, right? But he saw her, right, as a potential bride, right? A potential woman he can get pregnant. And why can he get her pregnant versus the other 6? He's the Lord of heaven. You're not. You're not. Oh. That's right, too. So he had premarital sex with her, or didn't even marry her, right? And had sex with her and just hooked up with her, right? And got her pregnant. With a daughter. Bet. But it's not written. These are written that you might believe. But other things he did also, which are not written down in this book, right? If they hooked up later on that night, only they would know, right? They knew each other that night, right? And the second night, Bubby too, right? Because she's the whole focal point, and she's why the men came to believe in him too, right? Uh-oh. Now, if you're Rachel, and you're a reproach among men, right? Plus, you're letting your sister sleep with your husband first, right? And then you get the sloppy seconds, right? You understand? 24 hours is only when you can ovulate, right? If you're sleeping with him the night after, you done ovulated too. You're ovulating with your sister, idiot, right? If you both slept with him the same night, do a menage a trois, and you might both get pregnant. Really. But it's a 24-hour window when you can get pregnant too. If he's sleeping with Leah first and then Rachel the night after, then guess who got pregnant? Leah. But not Rachel. 24 hours too late. Day late, dollar short, right? Heard that saying before too, right? Oh, that does make sense to me. And I miss you. I hear voices at 73, right? And I can't really shut them off now. Once you start hearing them, you hear them. Once you don't, you don't. And it could be something religious, right? But that don't mean I had to hear them. My stress causing the voices, right? a mental breakdown. A communication breakdown is always the same, right? And I'm asking God to communicate with me. And it finally did in 93, though, right? Fully. Boom, boom, boom. In my head, right? And I swear to God, I heard it. I swear to God, I heard it. In 93, but not before, but not really before, right? I mean, I might have heard, guidance type situations, right? Like if you're in a situation, what to do or not to do, right? And that's more thinking than, right, considering your options there, right? Things like that before, right? But I never said, again, that I knew of that God spoke to me before 93, right? I didn't go around telling people that either, right? I think they'll tell Myron or David, Jesus talking to me, man, before 93, right? But I probably didn't hit Angel till after I was having the problems with the shipmates anyway, or got involved with the Christian Fellowship Church, right? And they're confusing me, right? So I'm confused by that time that I slapped Angel anyway, right? I'm not myself anymore, right? Though it's still not immediately after I get in the Navy. It's more towards the 92 or 93 anyway, right? When I do that, right? And then I'm starting to go more mental because I'm dealing with the strain, right? Of it all. The harassment, the not working as an electrician and knowing what to do, right? And so I'm, when she said what she said, I thought she was implying that I would molest David's child if he had a male child or something. So before I knew it, I slapped her, right? Which ain't my normal response anyway to something like that, but but they are being the toxic males and masculinity around me, right? Not me, them, or so much, right? And I can't tell them no, and they won't train me. You see what I mean, right? And again, right? That's called quid pro quo, right? We won't train you if you won't have sex with us, is what that means. If they're asking you if you're a homo, right? And they won't train you, right? What does that mean? They're quid pro quo, and and you can't do the job, you don't know what you're doing, but you're trying anyway. And any job I could do without getting hurt, I did. Like work parties, I could do those, right? Or painting the ship, but when you put me down in a hole, I ain't gonna do shit. I ain't gonna do shit. Why? You're just trying to get rid of me then, right? And I know it. But when I can do a job like paint the ship for the bosun's mate, right? That's different, right? That's why I got off every day and was able to see she knew when she had duty because I didn't have duty in port, right? And that's different too. That's doing a job for, the bosun's mates and then not having to have duty all week, right? Important. And that's why that was that way too, until I got on restricted liberty. Then I had to be in by a certain time and report for that restricted liberty, right? Until I got back to Norfolk, right? Okay.